Oh, get ready, everybody, here we go! Welcome to the fun, it's the Big Mouse Show. Step right up, let me tell you what's the scoop. Jamie, Carter, Sam, welcome to our crew. Magic in the air, gonna raise the sound. Mensa active games where the smiles abound. Disney dreams alive, oh, we're on a quest. With our family vibes, we're truly blessed. From the rankings to the laughs, it's the ultimate ride. In the Big Mouse House, let's enjoy the vibe. In the Big Mouse House, we're living the dream.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Big Mouse House. This is episode 32.
What? 32?
Can y'all believe it? Can y'all believe it? This is going to be kind of our official last podcast of 2025 as we move into 2026. And with that idea, we're going to be asking each other the question and discussing the fact that 2026, if we're being honest, guys, I think it's going to be a challenging year for Disney World with all the changes and all of the additions and refurbs. A lot of things that we're going to outline for everybody, but we'll get to that in just a second. Today, I do have Sam and Carter back with us today, coming off of our Christmas special and again looking at the end of 2025. Guys, can y'all believe we've been doing this 6 months?
It's pretty crazy. Sam, how was your stay at the at Cinderella's Castle?
Oh, man. Yeah, what a great Christmas gift that was, Carter. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, took no pictures and no
pictures
proof
allowed.
I stayed there.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, again, we're looking at the question on most Disney fans' minds. Should you skip Disney World in 2026, or is everyone else's loss your gain? Sam, I know where you're going to fall on this because anything that brings less people to Disney World and more opportunities for us to go and have a good time, I know you're all for it.
Yep. Go to Disney World. Actually, don't.
No,
you know
don't.
what?
Yeah.
Don't go to Disney World. Make my life easier. No, I'm kidding. Go. Doesn't matter what's open. Go. Carter, what you got?
Any day in Disney World is better than any day not in Disney World.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, that was kind of the purpose of the trip that Mrs. Mouse and I just took. We went not intending to go to any parks. We wound up going one day, but just to experience the fun of Disney World. And we've highlighted throughout different episodes throughout our time together. There's so much that you can do that does not involve being in the parks. But, you know, that's where it's at, and that's where the focus is. That's where the money is for Disney. It's kind of exciting, Sam, I think, because you know they're trying to do things better. They're trying to update things. They're trying to bring in new things. It's always sad when we see things that we like that are gone away, but
Yes.
it's the evolution of things. And if it sat like it did in 1971, it probably wouldn't be what it is today. But as we look to 2026, there's a lot of changes that are coming.
Yeah, I think 2026 is really going to kind of show us the future Disney parks. You know, we have a lot of refurbs that are coming. We're going to get to today. And those are, again, like I said, kind of signaling where the parks are going to go in the next few years. Obviously, the big land expansion of Villains Land is not going to be done for a few more years.
Right.
I assume we're going to learn more and more about it as the years drag on. But, you know, we're going to see major updates to classic rides and those, even some updates to newer rides that'll make those rides more relevant.
Yeah.
And again, we're going to continue to see IP being pushed at Disney World. We're going to see some old classics that have gone away. But I think I like the way Disney World's going. I really do. I like where we're heading. I know when we talked a while ago now, this is like first couple episodes when we talked about Tom Sawyer Island leaving. We've been since then, and it was awful not seeing it there. But I think Cars Land, the Cars area will be good. What is it called again? It's
Piston Peak.
Piston Peak National Park.
Yeah.
Will be interesting. So, you know, I think we got a lot to look forward to, I think.
Yeah. So let's start with what's definitely opening in 2026 that we know about. The Tropical America's Land at Animal Kingdom, which is replacing Dinosaur. It's going to have the Encanto ride plus another attraction, is likely to open in late 2026 or at the latest early 2027. And so that's an area that we've highlighted many times that needs some help, and that's Animal Kingdom. They've done away completely with the dinosaur area, and that's going to be refurbed, and I'm really excited about it. Carter, have you seen any previews on this yet?
I've seen some like concept art of what this can look like as a whole, but that's about it.
Yep.
Well, again, we still have another month from right now until February 2nd. If you want to go one more time, Carter, to go to Dinosaur.
Yeah. See y'all.
Okay. Still. Bye. Thanks, Carter. Good to see you. That was going to be one of my Christmas gifts to you was Dinosaur staying open forever. But I knew that would just it'd
We're
be
not
too
gonna
sweet.
make it. We're
It'd be-
not gonna make it.
It'd be too sweet for you, man. If they get this new area open by the end of 2026, I will be absolutely shocked. There's so much they're building.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be. I mean, again, it's looking good, and I think the big thing since our big theme of this episode, right, is would we go to Animal Kingdom? Me going to Animal Kingdom never revolved around me
on
Dinosaur Land anyway.
Yeah.
Dino Land, like that was never part of my plans anyway. So them refurbing Dino Land, the only thing that makes it actually aggravating for me is now less people being dumb enough to go down to Dino Land.
Yeah.
So now they're all getting on the stuff I want to go on. So it's going to make it honestly more crowded and more aggravating at a park that's already busting at the seams in terms of people and not enough stuff to do. It'll be more aggravating at Animal Kingdom, but like honestly, like it's not shouldn't really affect you. So of course, if I'm going to go, I'm probably going to go to Animal Kingdom still.
Yeah. Well, I know we've mentioned that anything that brings more diversity is a good thing in any or all of the parks. So if Animal Kingdom, as we see it now, is restricted, let's just say to 4 or 5 sections, and you add a 5th or 6th or even 7th section to that, that's just going to allow more people to kind of filter through there, so that not everybody's on Avatar Flight of Passage, not everybody's fighting over getting on the safari ride, and so it's been vastly needed in Animal Kingdom, and so I'm excited for it. I'm like Carter. I have seen some of the concept art. I think it's going to be really cool. The whole Indiana Jones teaser stuff out there. I'm not real sure where that's going, but
It's gonna be just like Disneyland ride, I think, right? Isn't it? It's the same track from everything I've understood. I've never done Disneyland, but it should be about the same. But that's all that stuff's gonna come 2027. Like I just can't see it opening this year. Indiana Jones, the Encanto attraction, where you're gonna be inside the casita, the Madrigal casita, which honestly, this kind of makes me think more of Epic, where you went into like the Ministry of Magic, or when you go into a building, they're setting up a kind of called a mansion almost, but it's gonna be hopefully a thrill ride. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're missing something.
What?
The big thing coming to Animal Kingdom this summer. New characters are coming.
Really?
Bluey. Oh my goodness.
See,
Bluey
that's
and
a-
Bingo are coming, man.
That's a non-issue for me just because I don't have kids that are that age, and so I've kind of skipped the whole Bluey.
Your grandson will be watching it soon.
You're right, but I've skipped the whole
You will cry on multiple episodes. It's okay.
Bluey generation. I'm not a hater on it. I'm not that familiar with it, so we'll have to see about that one.
Hadley Jones just entered. Hadley, come here, babe. Hadley, did you know that Bluey and Bingo are going to be in Animal Kingdom this year? Do you want to see Bluey and Bingo?
Yes,
Why?
because I like their.
Okay.
She likes their shows.
So Bluey and Bingo would be something fun for you to do at Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Okay, very good. There you go. From the mouth of babes.
From the mouth of Hadley.
Yes. Very good.
Hadley might come on later.
Guess
too.
what, Bluey and Bingo? Hadley got you.
Hadley
gotcha.
got you.
Yeah, so having Bluey there will be a big draw. It's crazy. I'm telling you, Jamie. Again, like you said, you've kind of skipped this. I don't think you know the draw of Bluey.
I guess we'll find out.
I know grown adults who watch that show.
There are going to be buku people in line for Bluey every day. So that will be a nice attraction. Get
he'll
that
be in
away from all
Animal
the stuff I
Kingdom.
want. Yeah, Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
Yep. So that'd be fun. It'd be a conservation station. So it sounds like no more. I guess are they going to do Doug? Is it Doug?
Russell.
Is it Doug?
Doug's the dog.
Doug's the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell and Doug. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they're not going to meet them anymore.
Yeah.
But Bluey and Bingo though should be fun.
Hey.
So moving to some other parks, some other things that are going to be closed or maybe under construction. We know the Muppets Courtyard at Hollywood Studios is continuing to have their evolution. The actual courtyard section where Muppets 3D Vision, that's going to be demolished, and they're going to begin.
Oh my gosh.
Demolish Sam.
Don't say that, man.
They're going to begin the efforts on Monsters Inc. land. I've seen they basically already leveled the ground on that one, and so I don't know how long it'll take.
flattened,
I learned
gone.
this. I learned this term from an Imagineer that it won't be much longer before they go vertical, which means they'll start building things
Good.
up. So
We need that to happen. It's
Yeah.
time. It's time for that to happen. The pictures I saw a couple weeks ago were of them basically erasing and all of the Muppet-ness from those buildings, and I don't know, man.
Yep.
Sad.
and that'll translate to Hollywood Studios, the Muppets takeover of Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
And so I don't think going to be kind of like we talked about Test Track. I don't think the actual track's going to change a lot. Just the whole theming of it.
Cosmetics.
Yeah, just the cosmetics of it. So
Yeah, they've already closed the pre-show, I believe, so you can no longer ask for some backstage passes.
you left a legacy.
Man, let me tell you, still happy I got to do that. So, yeah, G-Force Records is still going to be there. The real estate tycoon, JP Gross, or is it Gross? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
He's going to be the one acquiring the records, is what the story is going to be from what leaks have said. So, I think, and look, I love the Muppets. I do. I'm a Muppet guy. I guess we're so used to that high intensity rock and roll music that I hate to even say this. Muppet purists may kill me on this, but will it cheapen the ride? I don't know. Like,
I don't think so. Because again, I think the mechanics of the ride are going to be the same.
yeah.
Did people ride that because it was Aerosmith?
No,
I
I
don't
guess
think
not.
so. I think they rode it because it was fun and thrilling and had
sure.
loop-de-loops and all that kind of stuff. And
Loop-de-loops.
I don't think it's going to really matter that the Muppets take that over. I think people that enjoy the thrill rides and, let's be honest, Disney, it lacks a little bit on that, on the actual thrill ride part of it. And so whether it's Muppets or Aerosmith or anything else, I don't think it's going to matter, Carter. What do you think?
If you ride that ride, you ride it for the thrill, not because of the things you're passing or what the theme of the ride is.
You mean a bunch of Aerosmith groupies aren't just showing up at rock and roll?
I'm sure they will whenever it closes.
Yeah,
but
true. March 1st, last day. But I think, yeah, that's gonna be a quick turnaround. I cannot imagine that taking that long. I think we get that back in 2026.
Yeah.
I really do. 3 months the most. Take out the Aerosmith stuff, throw some spray paint on some stuff,
Yeah.
and boom, you've Muppetized it. And really, the other cool thing is more Muppet merchandise. That'd be kind of fun. Replacing Muppets is going to be the Monsters Inc. land area. Probably is not going to be open in 2026, but Carter, where are we hearing about it?
So I've seen there's going to be some restaurants and a new thrill ride. So I know you're excited about that, Sam.
Yeah.
Disney's first overhead roller coaster.
And I'll tell you, now that I've experienced the Epic Universe Ministry of Defense ride, I think that's kind of the vibe you're going to get on Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's comparable, but if it is, that's going to be really, really neat.
Is it going to be the doors? Is
Yes.
that basically, we're going to
Yeah.
be. Yeah, okay.
So
I think this will be fun.
The scene in the first movie where Randall's chasing Mike and Sully and Boo throughout all the doors, and the doors are sliding, riding everywhere. You're basically going to be on a door.
I mean, that sounds awesome.
So pretty cool. Pretty cool concept.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Again, adding a thrill ride is a good thing.
always good.
So look, losing Muppets 3D is a devastating thing. But I'm telling you, my prediction, we'll have to come back to this in a couple years, maybe 5. When Villains Land opens, they're going to bring back Muppets 3D. Muppet Vision 3D will be in that building.
I got you.
I just think that's going to happen. There's no reason for them not to have it. They're not going to need a villain show in Hollywood,
right?
When they've got Villains Land. So bring that, make
And
that
it's
all
going to
villain.
be, and yeah,
all
it's going to be right there next door.
Yeah.
I see.
Why not?
I see your vision on that one.
They also don't need Laugh Floor in Magic Kingdom anymore.
Gosh.
But I would also say, and again, we're kind of veering off here, but it's our podcast, so what? Pixar needs a little more oomph to me. There's so many. I would say if you look at the Pixar movies or the most impactful Disney movies over the last decade or so, I'd be confident in saying that they're Pixar related. So having those added to it a little bit, I think would be really cool.
Yeah, I agree. Some other stuff in Hollywood too is the big one in Star Wars in Galaxy's Edge. Carter.
Yeah, they're changing Smuggler's Run.
Yeah, putting in Mandalorian and Grogu in there.
And it's supposed to be a little more random, right? Not always the same storyline.
Yeah, I think they said at least 3 storylines, I think. So,
I'll give it a try.
yeah, that'd be fun. It's just not my favorite. It's not, and it's one I always look forward to. And I think I said this on the podcast. It just put me on
We on Star Tours.
Star Tours.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
I'm with that.
It really is.
Yeah. It is cool being on the Falcon, but
That is really cool. And that was Dad's. Dad really enjoyed that,
Yeah.
which I get because he'd never done it before.
another good thing about that Monsters Inc. roller coaster is that it's a thrill ride, but it's not right next to the other two.
Yeah, it's
so that
true.
space is better.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Well, Sad Times is the animation courtyard. The Disney Junior Play and Dance is gone. It's gone.
Sorry, Henry.
Retheming that to Walt Disney Studios. Jamie, what you think about that?
I will throw this in real quick. The funniest part of that dance party thing was the fact that they had about 6 couches along the edges of the walls. and it was always a beeline from all the parents that would fight to get over those couches so that they could just chill out for a little while their kids hop around. So you're not sitting in the middle of all that. But
I somehow avoided that every time I went. So,
I could see Hadley really
Well
enjoying
played.
that.
yeah, we did because they had the characters out front, so we always did the characters. They were Disney Junior characters, which was fun, but who cares?
Why were you in there?
I
For
think
you,
we
Jackson,
took-
maybe? No way, you took Henry in there.
Yeah, we took Henry through there.
Really?
That's right.
Poor kid.
I'm trash.
The Taylor Swift Eras costume experience will be closing soon. I
Where
know,
is
we were
that?
talking about that. I think in that area. I think it was around that area.
Gone not soon enough.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Dude, they're making so much money off her. It's
You're gonna
crazy.
make so many enemies for us.
Yeah, dude.
Bring it.
But yeah, so very cool. I'm excited about all that. And the Mandalorian Grogu movie is coming out in 2026. So
know
that's why they're redoing it. It's going to come out about the same time. So
Okay.
May 22nd
I can't
is
wait for
when.
them to ruin that even more than they already did.
Wow. Well, it's a
probably just
positive vibe
It's
from
probably
our
just gonna be Mando season 4.
resident Star Wars person. Very good. All right. Let's move on to Epcot. Jamie, you were talking about some Test Track 3.0 earlier.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's already out and open, but it's still kind of new. And I would say the majority of people, unless you've been in the last 6 months, have not ridden that, obviously. So that's still exciting. Another aspect that's drawn people, not just so heavily toward Guardians of the Galaxy. I would say Epcot, for the most part, has completed their big overhaul. There was a period of time there where it seemed like those construction walls were up around that middle section for years because they were.
Yeah.
Called it Walcott.
But that's right. But I don't know of anything off the top of my head other than maybe just some like refurbing of actual rides. I don't think there's going to be anything new that's going to be added to Epcot anytime soon.
No, the only thing they're really even working on is Frozen. They're going to update those animatronics since I think it's only going to take like 2 weeks, maybe a month. So, unless you're going in late January to early February, you're fine on Frozen. So, yeah, I mean, really, Epcot going to be pretty good finally, which makes sense. Like you said, 'cause they've been working on it forever.
Well, I take that back. Aren't they redoing something with Spaceship Earth too? I think they're going to shut
heard
that
that.
down in
Yeah.
say early spring.
They need
but,
to.
Yeah.
They need to refurb it a little bit.
I'll take that as a yes.
There was rumors
Okay.
about a major reimagining in 2026. No official announcements.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
So I guess finally the real one, the big park, Magic Kingdom, which has a ton of stuff going on. I mean, really, the big one is still Villains Land, right? And that's not going to be done anytime soon.
I don't think have they even like broke ground on that yet?
Well, they broke ground on Piston Peak. So they've started work on Piston Peak National Park. I don't know. I mean, they've been hiding stuff back there. I don't know. I mean, I know they've had some of the plans. They've been putting in. People look through all the legal documents. Like, hey, here's the plan. A couple of those things have been submitted in terms of irrigation and everything, but no major buildings have been permits have been applied for or approved. So I really do. I still think 2030 at the earliest. It's gonna be a while.
So again, if we're talking about 2026, just kind of keep that there. Are there going to be any huge debuts of things that are going to be as anticipated as 2030 when Villains Land finally opens? I think the answer is probably not. And so that brings on the question, like, is this a year to skip? Is this a year to not spend the money if you've been waiting and your kids are coming at the right age or you're celebrating something big? Is it worth it, Carter? What do you think?
Absolutely. I'll echo what I said. Like, being at Disney World is better than not being at Disney World. There's so much that you can do. Disney does a good job of spacing everything out to where you're not missing everything. It's rare you go that everything's open. You're always going to be missing out on something, but is it a little bit more in 2026? Maybe, but at the end of the day, it's still Disney World. It's still worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I am going to echo what Carter said. If I could go last year when Big Thunder Mountain was closed and still enjoy myself, then I'm definitely going when Big Thunder Mountain's going to be open.
Right.
And there was definitely a Big Thunder Mountain railroad-sized hole in my trip last year.
Right.
But I still enjoyed it. It was still great. It's going to be open and be better than ever. So that's going to be exceptional. There's nothing here. I'm looking through all these refurbishments. There's nothing here that would ruin my vacation.
Right.
Beside maybe, and no, not even, I'm gonna say nothing because I've done Hollywood without doing Rock and Roller Coaster and been fine.
Yeah.
So there's nothing on here that's major. You know, and again, Disney does such a good job of spacing these refurbishments out. And every ride does need to be refurbed every year or two.
Yeah, it has to happen.
And there's going to be sometimes where it's going to be just closed for a week and you might get unlucky. There's no major scheduled refurbishment here that would scare me away from going to Disney World. Definitely not. It's a lot better than I thought. Honestly, I thought it was going to be much worse than this, Jamie.
Yeah.
It's just not bad.
Yeah.
The ship is ours!
Let's move to a little, what I'm going to call fact or wishful thinking. I'm going to give y'all a couple of topics, and you guys kind of debate whether you think this is accurate or inaccurate based on the things that we've already kind of laid out. So first of all, potentially lower crowds, true or untrue for 2026?
Untrue. I think it's going to be extremely packed. I think the way, and I actually looked this up, the projection last year projected to see, this is economics, I'm looking at a couple studies, expected to see significant growth, 11.3% increase in earnings this last year. That's obviously increased prices as well. But there's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, one thing we didn't mention was the Soaring Across America.
True.
For U.S.'s 250th anniversary. The World Cup is going to be in the United States as well.
Good point.
Which is going to bring a lot of people in. We were in Dallas this past weekend at the Gaylord Hotel for Christmas. There was a family from Australia. They're here for 3 weeks. And I said, well, you know, what are you guys doing? Like, oh, you know, mate, we're going to go to going to the Gaylord. I'm like, yeah, well, we're here right now. Where else are we going? Oh, you know, right. Mate, we're going to go on down to Florida. You know what I mean? So what are you doing in Florida? Oh, yeah, man. Walt Disney World, mate.
There you go.
I was like, of course. And we just kept talking. And I'm going to stop the accent now. But we talked, and he was talking about how like everybody that comes to America from Australia, when they come, they just go ahead. They're going to go to Walt Disney World. It's just like automatic. All these people are going to come for the World Cup.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They like most of those people are going to slip in at least a day or two.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
going to be full.
Carter, what do you think?
Yeah, I think even if there was a bit less people, because there's a bunch closed, it's not going to feel like there's less people because that's less things for people to do. And so I wouldn't expect much of a drop off at all.
And if you look at I think this thought just kind of popped on my mind, but if you think about the people that are, you know, pass holders, they're going regardless. It could be one ride and it wouldn't matter. Those people are going to go get that return on their investment, as well as DVC members, people that have invested a lot of money to be a part of Disney World. They're going to go, and I don't think they're going to get caught up on that. So I agree with you both on that one. All right. Number 2, discounts and promotions. There's been some historical aspects of this. You know, it seems like when Disney's kind of lacking in those numbers that Sam just mentioned, that they pop up with more incentives and more promotions. Do you think this might be a time where we see more or less of that?
Well, the food, what the kids eat free is continuing this year. So they're definitely trying to get kids in. Man, they had a big promotion here for January, February. And it ended a specific week in February. And I'm just seeing that signals to me that they have a lot of people coming and they feel very, very confident about spring break and July.
Yeah.
Again, the World Cup is the second week of June. The price difference from the last week of May to 2 weeks after that is significant.
Yeah.
If you look, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The change in prices.
There's also the promotion that they ran, I think, again, with the Nod to America with the military. Those were pretty significant. I was actually sharing with a friend of mine who's in the military that opportunity because he was talking about taking his whole family. I was like, man, we really need to look into that for you because that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to go get me an annual pass,
that's right.
I'll pay him.
We'll go tour him. Carl, what are your thoughts on that? I know you're not really to the point where you kind of checked out dining packages and that kind of thing, but
Yeah, it's always seemed to me like, why would they? They don't need to. People are going to pay for it regardless.
I think anytime you can get people there, they're going to try. I mean, I don't know. I agree with you, Carter, that there's not really a big reason for them to do promotions. All these promotions are minimal anyway. There's nothing like 60% off.
right.
It's like Black Friday things where they mark things up the week before,
Right.
and then hey, 50% off. Like, well, that's what it was last week anyway.
It's called
So
the Hobby Lobby method.
Hobby Lobby, genius.
Who just sent a message to the resistance.
So that leads into another one. Just if you are going to go, I think Disney's done a really good job of improving on this, but just having those dining options and availability, not being so locked down. on the better restaurants that you want to be a part of. I can't think of a single restaurant that we've missed out on in the last 2 or 3 years, to be honest with you, that we really wanted to go to because we couldn't get into it because it wasn't available. The last one I can think back to was like Space 220 when it first came out, and people were just like foaming at the mouth to get there. That's going to obviously clean up some spots for that and make that more available. So again, if you're kind of that local annual pass holder and you're dipping in and out of Disney World to try the different dining options, I think that's going to be even more approved for you.
Nom, 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 nom.
Last one, just from a kiddo standpoint, character meet and greets, less chaotic. Again, if it's less people, then that's less people waiting in line for those kind of things. I think back to Toy Story Land, just the lines that are back there to see Woody and Buzz and Jesse.
Nightmare.
It's just so crazy.
And too hot.
And just in the beating sun of Toy Story Land. But, if it's less people, then maybe there'll be more opportunities for that. And Sam's already mentioned this. They're kind of committing to bringing some different characters. And what was the term they used this year?
I was literally just looking at it because I'm really, really excited about it. In Magic Kingdom, especially, but really all across the parks, they did Cool Kids Summer.
Cool Kids Summer.
And they're going to bring that back again, where there are a ton of characters that are walking around, a lot of family-friendly experiences, kid zones. I think that's really, really good. I think it's been an awesome change for us. And that was actually one of the things I showed these kids, these Australian kids. Shout out to these guys. Don't remember their names. But I was showing them pictures, and they wanted to see characters. And you forget how big of a deal when you go for the first time characters are.
Right.
And they couldn't believe that my kids had met Captain Hook. Like, what?
Oh, wow.
They loved it. They were so excited.
Wow.
So I think that's a really big perk. And again, what it does is that we all think about that. When we think about Disney World, there's characters walking around.
Right.
Well, that hasn't been a thing in 20-something years. Well, now they're bringing it back. I think that's creating those childhood memories and also bringing all of us back to our childhood, to what we thought as children, that these, characters just wander around all the time. So it's pretty cool.
Let's step out a little bit on this one. Let's talk about maybe this is the time for diversity when you're talking about Disney World.
Sorry.
Is this the year that maybe you take a trip over to Disneyland? Is this a year that you maybe spend a little more time in Universal Studios in Orlando? Is this the time that maybe you even take a trip to the international Disney parks, to Tokyo, Paris, or Hong Kong? Or overall, maybe just try something different in 2026, go to the beach or, some of the other theme parks that are around the world, around the country. I know where my heart is in all that, but I think those are things that people are probably going to be discussing in 2026.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the price as well. It's getting more and more expensive. It really is. I think with inflation anyway in the U.S. right now, the astronomic price of tickets plus lightning lanes. I mean, it's gotten real bad how expensive these things are. I can understand people wanting to go other places. Disneyland seems like a place a lot of people would think about. It's only 2 parks. Thus, you're technically going for a little cheaper. It's more expensive to stay around there, but it is a cheaper destination, if you will.
Yeah.
Me personally, I do think we're probably gonna do something different this year. Probably take a step out and take a rest day this year at Disney World. But yeah, we're still gonna go to Disney World.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
So you don't even have a Universal on the radar for you?
No.
Even with Harry Potter?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I would do it. Hadley is not old enough.
Gotcha.
Henry's only read a couple of
It's
books.
more adultish than Disney World.
It is. There's no doubt about it.
I loved Universal Studios, but I feel like we're still at a Disney age, with both of our kids. At some point, I mean, in the next couple of years, I think probably when Hadley hits 10. So give me 4 or 5 years.
Gotcha.
You'll see us doing a Universal podcast as well.
So
or
if
at
you're
least
out-
episodes of it.
Yeah. If you're out there listening and you're like, man, these guys are kind of down in 2026 or they're talking it up type of thing, let me give you some hope here. If you are a first timer and you've not been to Disney World, go. You won't know any different whatsoever.
Seriously, go. What's wrong with you?
And so I think there's very much a value in going to Disney World just to learn the ways of doing Disney, and to become familiar with the app and the map and just the layout and how to navigate the parks and the transportation system and everything that it entails. And so if you are a first timer, you won't know any different. Okay. So it's not like you're going to be like, oh man, I didn't get to do this or that. You're going to be so overwhelmed with things to do and take in your 20,000 steps, I promise you, it's still going to happen. That I don't think it's going to matter for you. So if you're talking about, if you're that mom out there that's like, man, I don't know if I want to take my kids in 2026 because they're saying all these things are going to be closed. Don't even bat an eye. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I have been, and we have been so conditioned by Walt Disney World. We, like I said earlier, I went to the Gaylord thing where there's all this stuff to do, quote unquote, a bunch of stuff to do. And I was like, "Where's the app?" There's an app. I'm like, "Oh, awesome. Let me book my stuff." Can't book anything on this app.
Yeah.
App stunk.
Right.
It was a horrible app. That's why it had like 36 ratings of like 1.5 on the App Store. You know, the app stinks. The stuff was cool, but the lines were long. There was no lightning lane. Frustrating. You know, I'd have paid money to skip some of these lines.
Right.
And like, I don't know. I think part of me not wanting to go anywhere else is I feel like I know Disney World so well. And I feel like we kind of know what we're going to get. And not like mediocre. No, I know we're going to have a great time. And I know it's going to be awesome. We're going to continue to create memories there that are going to continue to last a lifetime. And we just love it. So yeah, go. I mean, if you've never been to Disney World, do it. If you've been to Disney World, do it again.
That's right.
And I can only say, I only hope that we get to go to more parks. I would love to go to international parks. Tokyo Disneyland is the one top of my list.
Nice.
That I would want to go to for sure if I had the choice. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do it.
And maybe this is the year that you change your strategy a little bit. You know, I know that Chrissy and I have talked many, many times about the power of going with adult friends. Like, we love our children. We love going with our children. Our children are grown now.
Adults.
We
They're
have
adults.
we have that next generation coming on soon with Beckett, our new grandson. But going with friends is so much fun. It won't be so reliant on what rides did you ride or what rides didn't you ride. Just being together with your friends and partaking in all the dining options and just visiting with your friends in such a fun place. I think there's a lot of value in that, Carter.
You said, of course, this is the year we all go together. The whole Big Mouse house goes together.
Yeah, here we go.
But
Is there any shred of doubt that we will have a wonderful time?
no, not at all.
There you
Not
go.
even a little bit. It's going to be awesome. You're going to have a great time with Beckett.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like, there's probably not a lot that I'm gonna get to do anyway, just
Aw.
because. No, I'm not even being sappy. Like, the way that I normally do Disney probably won't happen, and like, I'm so perfectly okay with that and looking forward to that because we talked about a few episodes ago, just a new perspective on the classic Disney feel. And like both of you said in the Christmas episode that it hit different for you when you went with your kids, and like, I'm just excited for that. I've been a dad for almost 4 months now, and like, there's just been so much that has changed in him, but also in me. Like, I cried at a movie yesterday. I've never cried in a movie.
What movie?
What movie?
Cheaper by the Dozen too. Yeah.
Oh, the end.
At the end, when his daughter has her baby, and he's like, "What are you gonna name him?" And she says Tom, which is the dad's name or the grandfather's name.
That's really sweet.
Because he taught us that there may not be a perfect way to parent, but there are a lot of ways to be good at it. I was like, man,
Oh,
It's pretty good.
that's so sweet. Is that a Disney movie?
it's on Disney Plus, so
Oh, then it counts.
yeah.
Nice.
I'm not gonna get sappy because we've had our sappy moments episodes before, but that's what I'm looking forward to, and I don't think having things closed are gonna change that because Disney is still Disney at its essence.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
All right. It's been a while since we've done some hot takes.
Okay.
Hot takes.
Here for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to ask you a couple things. You tell me what comes to your mind. Carter, you're up first.
Okay.
Hollywood Studios is the most chaotic park at Walt Disney World.
I'm gonna say no. I think Epcot is for one reason, and that's alcohol. I think
Okay.
because there's alcohol in other parks, but I think it's the most prominent in Epcot. And ask the Big Mouse what happens when you sometimes come across drunk punk kids.
Maybe later.
Oh, okay.
We have to tease that for our episode recap of when we went on our trip. Yeah, I had an encounter with a young gentleman.
I'm excited about here.
Do you know about this?
No, I haven't heard yet.
Okay.
We're saving for the podcast,
Yeah,
bro.
we're gonna
Oh
maybe
my
later.
gosh.
Yeah.
Save the pod.
Are you done? I'm sorry. I didn't mean
I
to
mean,
jump
like,
you.
Hollywood's chaotic in the sense of like maybe like the rides. That's where like the most thrill rides are. But in terms of like being all over the place, all those kind of things, I think that Epcot is the most chaotic.
I don't even think it's close. I think it's Magic Kingdom. To me, when I think chaos, you're thinking kids running around crazy and just there's so much to do in Magic Kingdom. And not that it's a bad thing, but when I think chaos, I think Magic Kingdom. Just think about coming down Main Street and everybody's oohing and on over the castle and stopping and taking pictures and just you're trying not to trip over the trolley tracks, that type of thing. Again, there's so many little small rides dodging people. To me, it's hands down Magic Kingdom. What about you?
Hollywood is the most chaotic park. That's why I said it. The walkways are too small. They're not wide enough. Think about the choke points just in Toy Story Land.
It's true.
It is a nightmare. Nightmare to get there. Yes, I get both your perspectives. Epcot is chaotic because you are having to walk everywhere, but a good planner doesn't have to walk everywhere. And Jamie, I get it with Magic Kingdom. It's so big. There's so much stuff going on. I get it, but I'm right. Next, Jamie, you're first on this one.
He's not here to pick winners, but he's
I
right.
just did. Jamie, Epcot is better without kids. As the only person, I guess you've done it without kids technically, but you were kind of a kid. So, Jamie,
Yeah, I'll say that's accurate. I do consider Epcot to be the most adult park that there is out of the four, and just encountering and experiencing the World Showcase back there with all the food and dining. Like, kids don't get excited about going to World Showcase for the most part. There are some rides back there, that type of thing. But if I say, hey kids, let's go snack around the world, I don't think anybody's gonna be too excited about that. And so I do think that's probably pretty true, Sam. Even the rides are more sophisticated, or more adult driven. So I would say that's accurate.
okay. Carter, go ahead and give your input on this.
Having no kids in any of the parks would be better for me. 'Cause that's less people. I'll agree with that.
No, what? I thought you being an adult.
Oh, without my kids. Sorry. I thought you were just no kids, in general. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Golly.
I mean, I'll say yes just because I don't know what it's like with kids, and so
All right.
my bad.
That was funny. Next one, and we've asked this many times. We're gonna do it again. Carter, a day at Animal Kingdom or a second day at your choice of park?
I'll take Animal Kingdom Day. I love the animals. I love the safari. Favorite show, Lion King. The rapids. There's a lot for me there, and so I know it's not for everybody. And I acknowledge it's the least popular park, and like if I had to skip one, I would skip Animal Kingdom. But I'd rather go to Animal Kingdom than not go to Animal Kingdom, I guess.
Yeah, I'm in the same book. I adore Animal Kingdom. I don't hate on it because there's less to do, because the things that are there that I enjoy, I'm totally on board with. I could ride the safari 10 times in a row, and I would be just fine. I'm not a huge Avatar fan, but that is a fun ride. But that's also a place where I can just sit and chill and watch, and I enjoy the Africa, the Harambe Market back there. There's so much to enjoy. And so give me my day at Animal Kingdom. Don't take it away, Sam.
Okay. Hey,
It's not a rest day, but it's almost like a rest day because there's so much that you can do. It's just at your own pace.
Yeah.
Like when you go to Magic Kingdom, you're going because you got so much to do. With Animal Kingdom, there's not that much to do, and especially like with those treks and like those trails, you can take as long or as little time there as you want.
Right.
And
it's also a day where I know that evening after the park closes early that we're going to Disney Springs, which I enjoy the heck out of. So
I know you like that. That's true. Okay. Jamie, it's a question. We're going to go back a couple years. Should all new thrill rides have a virtual queue when it opens?
Man, that's tough. I'm not a fan of the virtual queues. I think you can accomplish the same thing by just keeping it with a lightning lane and managing it that way. I just think it creates more drama. I think it creates more of a rush for people to be a part of it. And so, no, I don't think they should.
And for everybody that doesn't know what a virtual queue is, because we really have not talked about it because it's been pre our podcast. Virtual queues were really more during COVID, but also when Guardians of the Galaxy opened, Tron.
Yeah.
What it was at certain times of the day, it was 7 a.m. and then at 1 p.m., everybody was trying to click a button. And if you got that button, you got a pass on those rides for you and your party. And it gave you a kind of a window of time where you had to come back and do it. But it wasn't lightning lane. You didn't go back and weren't automatically on the ride. You were given a time to go stand in line for 2 hours,
Right.
and to go see a ride.
And see, I think that's the problem with it. I think more people thought, oh, if my virtual queue is at 2:00, I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna walk right on the ride. Not true.
Right.
That just gives you a space in line, and
Yeah.
so that's, I don't know, it's very misleading to
Well,
me.
I think that was the issue with the virtual queue, right?
Yes.
You were still in line.
Right.
So just either let us all just go get in line from the first part of the day,
Right.
or just don't do it. Like, it's very frustrating to get a certain time, then go stay in line for 2 hours.
Exactly.
And when Guardians of the Galaxy opened, we bought the one-time pass and did virtual queue. I don't think there was one time we actually did the virtual queue.
Yeah.
We just did the one time. I was like, nah, we're not waiting 3 hours.
Right.
And we love the ride.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like an extra unnecessary step that just adds stress and pressure because if you miss it, then you don't get it.
The backside of water.
Okay, we got 2 more. Magic bands are just expensive wrist clutter.
100%. 100%. Especially in the day and the era that most people, I would say, have the Apple Watch. There's no reason for you to have the Magic Band. This is something I did notice at Universal, is that they sold those power bands that were more interactive in the parks, especially like in Nintendo World and in How to Train Your Dragon. I saw the necessity for that, or the opportunity to justify the fact that I'm going to spend money on that. At Disney World, that's not the case. Outside of walking up to one of the statues and it talking to you type thing, but just scanning in and that type of thing, I think it's totally overrated now. I use my Apple Watch. For kids, you can have the little cards. I know you're a big fan of that because you can use that and keep it going. But totally overrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, when we went last time, I wanted to have one, and so I got one, but I also had my watch, and so it was like it was clutter, like you said, and so I probably wouldn't do it again. I do think that's something they should tap into, is the making it more interactive.
No pun intended.
What'd I say?
Tap into.
Hi, everyone.
They do have Magic Band Plus.
But
Does
again, what does it
more of those
do?
things, but like it does things like the interactive stuff.
Yeah, it makes some things like
Like
talk.
you can, like I know you can go on bounty hunts and Galaxy's Edge, things like that.
I did look
but that's
them
even
up.
more expensive.
I just didn't think
Like that
it was
just feels
worth
like
it.
something that should come with it.
Last one. I'm going to give you 4 things. One of these things you're going to have to get rid of forever at Disney World.
Okay.
The music, the smells, the theming, or the rides. If you had to get rid of one of those 4, you have to make a choice. Which one are you cutting? Music,
when you say theming-
smells, the theming of the parks.
Like the decorations.
Like the way things are.
You're in Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
You're in Frontierland. You're
Yeah.
in Tomorrowland.
Oh,
So music, smells, theming, or rides.
I'm
Which
going to
one
have
would
to
you
go
rid
with
of?
smells.
I'm saying smells.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people probably hear that and like, I don't even notice the music. You would notice the music if it wasn't there.
absolutely.
That's like saying I'm going to watch a movie without music in
Whoa.
it. It totally changes everything.
Yeah.
So music is dear to my heart and tremendous value for me when I'm in the parks.
Yeah. And they do such a good job. Like when you're walking to Adventureland, you hear different
Yep.
sounds, not just music, but you hear the different animal noises and you hear the rustling of the bushes.
And they
and
hide the
those
speakers
things.
very well too.
Yeah,
And
really good.
it feels natural.
And so you agree with that, Carter?
Yeah,
Smells?
I would take away the sounds. I mean smells.
Okay. There you go. Hot takes.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
All right, we're going to end this up with a blind ranking, which we always love and adore and have a great time with. I have 6 things, guys, for you. And along the lines of what we talked about earlier with all the closures and determining if 2026 is going to be worth it. Along those lines, things that decide if the trip was worth it. You're going to blind rank 6 things, okay? Number 1, the kids had fun. Where do you rank that to determine if people say your Disney trip was worth it?
That's what it's all about, right?
I mean, for me, it's a 1.
Okay.
We went. I mean, and if the kids didn't have fun, you're not going to have fun.
Right.
They're gonna, and I'm not. This sounds bad. They're gonna bring you down, and I mean by that, like, it is impossible to have fun if your children are miserable. So if your kids are having fun, it's been a successful trip. I'm saying 1.
Oh, wow. Coming out strong.
I'll put it at 2 just to be different.
Okay. Number 2, we got our money's worth. Carter?
I've never gotten my money's worth because I've never paid for Disney. So
Wow. Where are you going to put it?
3.
Okay.
That's a tough one
So
because you
subjective.
definitely want to get your money's worth, and that's part of beating the mouse. You know, I want to beat the mouse house, so I'm gonna say it's 2. I hate to do it, but I want to get my money's worth. So yeah,
Okay. Number 3, it was magical. How important is that to you? The pixie dust, the things that line up, the Sam riding Tomorrowland Speedway and changing how he feels about it because he rides it with his daughter, those kind of things.
5.
Not that big of a deal for you.
You're going to enjoy it either way. If you didn't get the pixie dust at Slinky Dog with Hadley, you still did that change that much for you?
well, it definitely made it more memorable. You know,
But does that make it more worth it?
I'm
good
gonna say 3.
Okay. I'm with you, Sam.
I'm
with you.
I love some good pixie dust, and that separates each trip from each other. And
Yeah.
again, we've been very blessed to go multiple times, once every year, last couple of years. So
Right.
those little pixie dust moments do help separate those
You bet.
at times. So that's good.
When Jackson walked up and started singing with Brother Bear and tapping his foot, it's going to be hard for anything to top that in my Disney life. Ever
You count that
remember
spacey
that?
dust?
Yeah, you bet I do. You bet I
It's
do.
magic.
Everybody, I'm on my way. New friends and new places to see.
All right, number 4. At least we didn't go anywhere else. A la, we could have gone to the beach. We could,
4?
or regret it because you could have gone somewhere else.
5.
Yeah, that
I'm
would be
good.
my 5. I'll
Yeah.
put that at 4.
I feel good about that.
All right, number 5. We got some great pictures.
Yeah, I mean 4. Just because that's what's left for me, right? Are we doing 6 or 4?
We're doing 6.
Pictures of 4. I do enjoy going back and look at the pictures. And it definitely enjoy the ride pictures. Those have made me laugh so much over the last few years. So yeah, pictures are number 4 for me.
Carter?
I have 1 and 6, so I guess I'll put that at 1.
Yeah.
We got an Aura frame for Christmas yesterday, and so I was putting pictures on it, and I went through all the Disney pictures and just reminisced.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
by the way, I didn't know we were doing 6, so I'm moving at least we didn't go anywhere else to 6. That's my
I'm with
lowest
you.
one.
I'm with
100%.
you. Last one, the first time you check your bank app, reflective of all your Disney charges.
Yeah, 5. I mean, it's low.
I guess that's
But-
6 for me.
That's part of it, right? You know what you're getting
Yeah,
into.
you know what you're getting into.
You know what you're getting into. And we front load a lot of stuff, so we pay for the hotel and the tickets beforehand.
Right.
So that's the worst part of it. The food is just going to happen.
That's right.
So it doesn't affect.
You're spending money on
too
food
bad.
if you stay home.
Exactly.
Maybe not as much, but-
but it won't be as good food.
And $40 t-shirts.
And a bubble one.
I wish they're $40.
I may not have groceries this week, but I do have 4 Spirit jerseys and a popcorn bucket shaped like a Skyliner. Priorities.
A culminating
Launch Podge.
episode for 2025. What a great time to get together with Carter and the Big Mouse today here in the Big Mouse house. You know, we got to talk about what we enjoyed 2025.
Yeah.
And also what to look forward to in 2026.
Yeah. There's a lot of changes, but again, you know, our hearts are always in Disney. We will always love Disney. We will always find a way to make sure that it's as magical as it can be. And so no regrets on that. We're going again in 2026 and won't even bat an eye about it. We're going to be together.
At
We'll
least
have a great
once.
time. That's
At
right.
least once.
So thanks for everybody for joining in. And we wish you a happy new year. Travel safe out there. Thanks for being a part of the family. And come back and see us because there's always room for one more in the Big Mouse House.